the absence. 3-0 Cavaliers.
George, I think.
Fires, it won't fall. 5 shooting and as many rebounds. Cade, no look to Asar Thompson. Cade from the lane. Straight on against Jalen Duren.
There was a lot of contact, though. Big
sideline, long gun.
Down. The Pistons are getting comfortable throwing that lob.
The lane goes Mobley, and way too big for him, but missed. From the corner, pretty darn good. Mobley missing.
His typical fashion, down the lane. It doesn't.
Garland from the baseline just floats. They're shooting well in Bucks. This 2 for 2 from distance, and he
hit it. Score in an offense that
helps the Pistons pull within 15-9. Gets to the lane, stops him by himself. Garland inside. Garland with the long gun. Rim. Turns back, fires, instead doesn't take it. Outside for LeVert. Hardaway Jr. with the long gun. It goes. To LeVert, now Strus in the corner. Pistons are within 1.
And here's another in transition.
Green from Jared Allen and triple from the sideline. Hardaway Jr. He can score and does. Turns and fires and Jerome to the basket. Fires and fills. Topside Tobias for a long gun. Jerome with a screen from Allen. Triple try, no.
That Merrill's trying to guard right there.
Mobley, very quick to the baseline. Driving to the basket, lays it up, lays it. Fade to the basket. At the Piston bench, George Niang fired. Ron Holland for 3.
Detroit basketball.
Sam Merrill, now Jerome. Shots on the way. Isaiah Stewart, half up from in front. No. He'll drive it, put that shoulder into the Holland, breaks away from the corner. Fouls on Mobley, and that's the set. Pistons.com. Slag. Maybe that wasn't a hiccup.
This game.
Yep, Jerome in the lane. Dumps to Stu inside. Jalen Tyson checks out to the lane. Jerome guns on the run to Mobley. Reed with the rebound outside. Spins to the baseline, facing jumper. Mobley to Merrill for the shot. Inside to Reed. Up inside to Mobley. Into the corner. Merrill topside for 3. Holland says Nick.
Georgia playing with energy.
The shot gets to the lane and does.
Like he could have fouled him a second time.
Yeah. In the corner to Simone Fontecchio. Shot was
3 minutes, folks.
And he uses those Reed. Topside for 3. Mobley will try. Mobley nearly on the court. Cavaliers.
Well, that bench has not hurt.
So Tyson inside for some daylight. Tries to get to the basket. Big shove, it looked like to me. Malik to the back. Garland shuffled it sideline to Ron Holland for a long gun. Down the lane to the rim. Double clutchers.
Activism and community empowerment.
Ron Holland has been important over Cade. Misses.
Only guy protecting that rim, and here comes Allen.
Cade into the crowd. Fires him in front during his Piston days, and I know
stopping.
Health kind of shot clock running out. Cade Hardaway Jr. reverses no.
History in the play-by-play.
Away from the ball, they call foul on Cade. That sign I saw at Notre Dame.
Sure. All in four.
Side Tim Hardaway Jr. for a long gun. Backdoor cut. Porter Jr. is open on the other end and triple. Tobias from the lane, no. Cade to the wing for the long guns off. Out of bounds. Sar Thompson from in front.
This is how he does it, folks. He finds it right in front of you on the court.
Gates Ferris LeVert with a basketball.
Road trip, and family was able to
induce. Cade stops and fires us down the lane, and he's.
Sar Thompson is able to contribute. Remember what happened in Madison Square Garden?
Mobley in front, facing Hook. LeVert to the basket. No. Marcus Sasser for Tim Hardaway Jr. He'll launch a. LeVert hooks up, leans in, scoops, no. 35.7 on the wing to Hardaway Jr. Topside to Strus. 2-0. Pistons inside to Tobias. Shot up and
that was
he stops, fires. Allen inside with the Pistons 3-game plan. In the first half with a couple of fouls off to. First is up. Inside for Jared. to Jalen Duren, and
This is playing really solid defense.
not a lot of flash and dead ball. Struz. Tobias from the corner for three. Away Jr. with a long gun. It goes. And on the Cavs' possession. Cade tripped by Thompson. Asar shot in front to Stu. Flips it up. Struz. Long gun.
Guilty look on his face.
He will drive it. Hook off the glass. Mobley and a long gun that won't go. Cade at the line.
Hardaway Jr.
Garland the forecourt. Asar Thompson. George. Cade gets by him. Gets it off the glass. No. Tipped by the Pistons. Asar Thompson misses. Cavaliers. Nice screen by Isaiah Stewart for
Too aggressively.
Cade quietly from the corner. Niang gets it on the wing for the long gun. It won't.
Pistons say to Cade, reach for the and then got contact
To make it 79-76. Trying to get a shot airborne. Hook. Shoot. Malik Beasley again. Wide open. Missed the. Niang. Hardaway. Mobley can too. Cade wants to go down the lane. Gets to the rim. To the lane.
That's his first bucket of the quarter.
Rises and fires top side.
Bench can play as good in this.
Isaiah Stewart sits down 8 points. Dumps it deep to Reed. Fontecchio from the corner for three. Mobley, the Porter Jr. for the. There's Malik Beasley for three. Work.
And set the play, either for himself or
The fourth in the middle. Mobley to the basket. Reed down. The corner for Niang. He'll fire it. Back and forth right now. Nick
the standard, or at least that's the look.
but the baseline. Pass and Jerome with the basketball. In front. Go. To Holland for the long gun. And fourth foul. To him now. Very long. And Porter, time for the shot. This is trying to go inside to Ron Holland. Jihad puts it up off. Finds Ron Holland for a topside long gun. From the corner, 15 left. It's Hardaway Jr. with a long gun. It goes! Good to see him out there.
Stage of the game with two guys.
Cade gets a screen from Durham. Missed it. Pistons looping ahead to Cade.
And then
Topside gunning. It goes. Cade lobs. Jalen Durham trying to
throw a little bit of rock.
Garland shot. Jared Allen with. Niang reaches in on Cade with a long gun. It goes! Garland off. With the narrow from the corner. Look out for him. Rebound can't. Struz has it there in the corner from Merrill. Need a comeback. They're down 1-0. Called on Garland. Down. The corner for Niang. He'll fire it. Back and forth right now. Nick.
The standard, or at least that's the look.
But the baseline. Pass and Jerome with the basketball. In front. Go. To Holland for the long gun. And fourth foul. To him now. Very long. And Porter, time for the shot. This is trying to go inside to Ron Holland. Jihad puts it up off. Finds Ron Holland for a topside long gun. From the corner, 15 left. It's Hardaway Jr. with a long gun. It goes! Good to see him out there.
Stage of the game with two guys.
Cade gets a screen from Durham. Missed it. Pistons looping ahead to Cade.
And then
Topside gunning. It goes. Cade lobs. Jalen Durham trying to
throw a little bit of rock.
Garland shot. Jared Allen with. Niang reaches in on Cade with a long gun. It goes! Garland off. With the narrow from the corner. Look out for him. Rebound can't. Struz has it there in the corner from Merrill. Need a comeback. They're down 1-0. Called on Garland. Technically, only 2 turnovers. But Chesterman fouling.
He was not able to do that.
Now Green. Garland gets by and gets to the basket. Rises and fires from in front. Never touched it. For 3. Off iron.
Defense.
Garland for 3.
I imagine the Cavs won't be in any hurry.
Rounds off Jared Allen. So the screen.
There's another mistake.
Guy could do it. Buddy Malik Beasley turns, fires. Mobley inbound.
You know, if the Pistons had time up, one of here would be
Cade
nice.
with a long, long three. And
Did Cleveland do that intentionally? A three-point game.
exactly. Get up, bitch! That one's got.
They switched it.
Cade comes. Tyson with the basketball. Spins to the baseline, facing jumper. Mobley to Merrill for the shot trade. Pistons kick it outside to Sasser, inside to Reed. Up in. Now Jerome bothered by Reed. Inside to Mobley, into the corner. Bound to Merrill, now Ty Jerome has it.
You passed
Merrill
George.
topside for three. Off Ron Holland, says Nick.
Well, Pistons down 7, but Georgia playing with energy.
Mobley, three for a minute, doesn't take the shot, gets to the lane and does.
So slow by Mobley, you almost felt like you could have fouled him a second time.
Yeah, Ron Holland slices through the lane. Back in the corner to Simone Fontecchio, shot was.
He's got 4 rebounds. He's been on the floor 3 minutes, folks.
And he uses those. Dean. Reed, topside for three.
In practice,
Yeah.
he makes those.
Mobley will try. Have it. Just under 8.5 to play in the half. Mobley nearly. Porter and Tyson on the court. To do to take advantage of this turnover by the Cavaliers.
Well, that bench has not hurt.
Pass for Paul Reed, swipe by Allen. To Tyson inside for Porter Jr. sees some daylight, tries to get to the basket. Porter, Marcus Sasser. And a hand check shove, it looked like to me. Back to Sasser, pocket 7. Malik to the belly.
And out of position.
48-39. Garland shuffled it. Sasser against Porter Jr. Marcus flips it sideline to Ron Holland for a long line three. Pocket pick by Ron Holland. Holland down the lane to the rim. Double clutchers.
We'll see.
Recognition and celebration of their civic engagement, social activism, and community empowerment.
Here in the first half, Ron Holland has been important on Karis LeVert. LeVert over Cade, misses.
Now the Pistons are out of position defensively. Cade's the only guy protecting that rim, and here comes Allen.
He's Cade for a minute against Porter. Cade into the crowd, fires him in front. I was a fan of during his Notre Dame days and during his Piston days, and I know
as part of that streak-stopping starter on the team at the beginning of the year.
Health kind of. Here's Tim Hardaway Jr. to Cade on the wing. Shot clock running out. Cade, Asar Thompson. Ahead to Tim Hardaway Jr. Reverses, no.
Block out. By the way, most in Pistons history in the play-by-play.
Porter made the three away from the ball. They call foul on Cade, his wall. Let me tell you about that sign I saw at Notre Dame.
Sure.
Feel great.
Yeah, yeah. That's who he dueled in that all-important.
But the Bruins were really rolling.
Yeah. At Cleveland, first time we've seen it in the game.
Topside, Tim Hardaway Jr. for a long gun. The Pistons are within 4:20 to play in the half. Backdoor cut. Porter Jr. from Jalen Duren. Strus is open on the other end and triple. Tobias from the lane, no.
Play basketball.
Cade against Garland. Cade to the wing for the long gun. To the long three. Comes off, out of bounds. Asar Thompson to the lane. Asar Thompson from in front.
Asar playing through loads of contact. But this is how he does it, folks. He finds who I blame for that. The guy standing right in front of you on the court.
Karis LeVert with the basketball.
The fourth game of a 11-day road trip, and time flies. But so happy that his family was able to enjoy.
That was a heck of a play by Max Strus.
He dunked it 120 sometimes.
Yeah. Cade stops and fires. Cade to forecourt. Asar Thompson slices down the lane, and he
has the freedom to do that, and that's how Asar Thompson is able to contribute
fouls.
But remember,
Jalen Duren just sat with his third.
Remember what happened in Madison Square Garden?
Mobley's back. Mobley in front, facing Hook. No look pass, swipe by LeVert. LeVert to the basket, no. Check in for Marcus Sasser. Asar Thompson way outside for Tim Hardaway Jr. He'll launch a first to Jarrett Allen. LeVert hooks on it back. Garland from the lane. Pivots, leans in, scoops, no. Down to Ty Jerome. Into the corner for Niang. He'll fire it. Reed. Back and forth right now, Nick.
It's obvious too.
As Mobley was driving.
Yeah, and he can't understand it, or at least that's the look. But
Ron Holland along the baseline. Pass and 10.5 left. Ty Jerome with the basketball. In front. Simone Fontecchio. To Holland for the long gun. The Paul Reed's called for his 4th foul.
But I still feel they can win it.
It feels like the crowd's watching them now. Tobias be on the shelf very long. Put it down, nearly lost it. Shot clock still with time on it. Porter, time for the shot. So good. Pistons try to go inside to Ron Hollander. Screen from Jalen Duren. Porter's been hot. Puts it up off. Cade doubled on the baseline. Finds Ron Holland for a topside long gun.
They're going to get it over.
From the corner, 5:85 Cleveland. 8:15 left. Marcus Sasser has it. Hardaway Jr. with a long gun. It got 44 left. Malik Beasley's back in the game. Good to see him out there by Jarrett Allen.
Now here are the Pistons at this stage of the game with 2 guys, but they're going to lean heavily on Cade Cunningham.
Cade gets a screen from Durham. Missed it. Porter Jr. nearly turned it over. Now he does. Pistons loop it ahead to Cade.
Able to walk into that offensive rebound.
And they're within 3. Garland, topside gunning, it goes. Like him, now he has 10. Cade lobs, Jalen Duren trying to cut Allen. Line, nothing there, in the corner from Merrill. Pistons need a comeback, they're down 1-0. Technical foul called on Garland. Technical 7 rebounds, 4 steals, only 2 turnovers. Baseline on Merrill. What can Merrill do but chest him and foul him?
Move your feet and try and take that baseline away. He was not able to do that.
Now, Jarrett Allen wants to screen. Garland gets by and gets to the basket. Takes him to the lane. Rises and fires him in front.
Yeah.
Garland reached for it but never touched it. Thompson off to Cade. This for 3. Off iron.
But this possession right now is very important for the Pistons yet again on the defense.
Garland for 3. Ball batted away. Garland has it.
I imagine the Cavs won't be in any hurry.
Can't knock it down. It's out of bounds off Jarrett Allen. So Jarrett Allen comes to the screen.
There's another mistake.
I think Rasheed could be in the movies. I don't know what this guy could do. He's going to make an announcement that's going to require I'm sure. Cavaliers swarm on everybody. Malik Beasley turns, fires, play, and the Cavaliers call timeout. And Luke is off to the Lakers. Mobley inbound.
You know, if the Pistons hit.
They foul Niang.
Time up.
20 seconds to play. Cade with a long 3. These are a little tougher than your run-of-the-mill free throws. And
block out. Did Cleveland do that intentionally? And even with 2 Cleveland makes, it's still a 3-point game.
Exactly. And the game with 33.
Get up, bitch!
That one's down.
Deficit, then they'll have the option to try and win it. They switched it.
Cade comes. Porter. Amped up. They saw Cade make clutch free throw after clutch free